Hello and welcome to Capricorn Makes. I'm Stacy, and in this video I wanted to go over a order from Hello Cool Cat for Blythe shoes and do a little bit of a mini review. I ordered these shoes at the same time that I ordered my dolls, so I did not have, these were the first doll things that I had that arrived in the mail. I know that this seller has an actual website that you can buy things off of. They also, I believe, have an Etsy store, and they also sell on eBay. I bought through eBay, and when I bought my purchases, they had all shown up as individual separate purchases, which was a little bit funny, but they actually contacted me right away and were like, we are combining shipping on all of these because it's clear that it's your order. They were very prompt. I had these to me within, I think, a week and a half. It was very, very quick, and they arrived very well packaged. As you can see, they came in these little tiny boxes. Each set of shoes came with their own box, which I thought was really adorable, and I received 2 free pairs of socks along with it. I do know that this company is known for their free gifts. I received a pair of anklets with lace on them for the shorter shoes, and I received a pair of over-the-knee socks that are ribbed for the taller boots, which was really nice to have because at the time I didn't have any socks or anything like that. Actually, at this point I didn't have a doll either, but that's okay. It made me really happy to have these little things to squee over while I was waiting on my dolls. My goal with these shoes was to buy something in various size ranges, and I wasn't entirely successful when I was picking things out. I wanted a range of heights, so this would clearly be the smallest shortest shoe. It's a little tiny Mary Jane with detailing. These are, they have ankle straps to them, so they do actually appear to be a taller shoe. These black ones with the cutouts are, again, ankle boot style, and just have more bulk than this shoe does. These are the 3 eyelet taller boots. They're taller than the ankle boots that they have, but not terribly tall. I mean, I would class these as like, you know, Doc Martens height or something like that, the standard ones. And then I bought these taller 3-buckle boots, I believe they're called, and for sort of a really quite tall boot. And some of them are quite wonderful. Like these ones, these are chunky without seeming terribly oversized. The bows, I did have to cut off probably 1 inch or 1.5 inches on each end of all of these laces, but there's still plenty to tie with and tie nice bows with, and I could actually cut more off if I needed to, but at least at this point they're not, you know, flapping around the heels. There is a distinct left and right to them. There isn't really any texturing on the sole, and they are very sturdy for the doll to stand in. Not that the dolls are going to stand easily on their own, but in these shoes I can really take photos with minimal propping, and it's really, really handy. I love these. I actually might get these in a couple of different colors. Same thing with these ones. These have turned into Uni's stock shoe. They are a very snug fit on the Sweet Tiger body, which is, I believe, the largest standard feet for the A-zone body types. But, and I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But they do fit her, and they have turned into her shoes. And I love the kitty cats, I love the personality. They come in a number of different colors, and I would consider getting them in several of the colors. Now, I want this shoe in every single color that they make. These are wonderful. I do have to say that the strap on this one, I believe, is at a funny angle, and so it is just slightly not the right the right width. And these little tiny straps are quite delicate. I could see with a lot of use them breaking off, or if you pull too hard on the buckles. The buckles themselves feel really well attached, but it does feel like you could potentially snap whatever this material is. And you know, that's okay, because these are not expensive shoes, and they are very functional. Like, so even though there are just a few tiny flaws like that, it doesn't deter me at all from this company and these shoes. I want these in every color. I want multiple of these in every color. They fit snugly. They do fit on the larger feet. They fit on the standard Blythes very, very well. They don't look chunky. But they're also not like the plastic shoes are, which are really, really small. I think they are a nice slim shoe while still preserving the feel and scale of the doll. Because if the shoes get too tiny, like some of the plastic shoes do, then it's just a different look, and it's not one that I really care for too much. These shoes, I haven't actually used these at all. I have put them on and they fit just fine. And I just don't have any outfits that work for them. And I really wish instead of getting these sort of colored cutout cloggy type things, I wish I would have bought another pair of taller boots, or even just the standard boots that are this size. I think where the cutout detail works really well for these two, it is kind of lost on this particular shoe style. Even if it wasn't in black, even if it was in another color, I really feel like you would be able to appreciate, or like it's more difficult to appreciate the detailing on this shoe. And there is quite a lot. This same detail that's in the white here on the yellow is on this. It's just been die cut out of this black, and because there's no contrast, you just can't tell. Although the little design on the toes is really cute. And again, all of these have left and rights that are pretty easy to tell, either because the design is on one side or the other, or the soles are differently shaped. I think these two, the bottoms are not as set, but like when you put them on, you can actually tell. They just look slightly off if you have them on the wrong foot. These were a complete fail. I think these would work really well for pull-ups. I suspect, I haven't had a pull-up, I have not tried it on a pull-up, for a full disclaimer, but they are way, way, way too long. So you can see the difference here in how long these are. And this did not look like it was the case in the photos. And I think, like if I was putting a boy Blythe together, I wouldn't mind shoes that were this tall, but they are not appropriately chunky enough. They're not shaped chunkily enough to work well, and the angle is actually quite bad for the Blythe legs, because with their legs being upright like this, with like they don't close particularly far down, so they're a bit awkward to put on, and the angle of them is quite strange. Now, I think it may just be this particular design of shoe. I would certainly buy some of their taller boots. I don't necessarily think it is the boots that is the problem. I just think it is this particular style. And I waffled back and forth between two of the taller styles, and I ended up going with this one, and I do regret it. I won't be wearing these. I will be passing these on to someone else, because they don't, like, style-wise, they're a little bit too high fashion for what I want for my dolls, and they're just scaled a little bit too large for me to feel comfortable with them. And I don't even think I would save them to use as a boy shoe, because I just don't think they look particularly boyish. At least not for the sorts of things that I would put together for this sort of doll. Overall, I am extremely happy with my order, as I've said, and I would wear these again. I would wear these again. I would buy these again. I would buy from this company again without hesitation. And I actually, they have lots of different styles that I haven't gotten here, and I I've seen other shoes from other makers, and other than the like official Takara shoes, which I really quite like, I have not yet encountered shoes on this scale that I like as much as these. Alright, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.